Good morning, TNT. Welcome to Foodie Fridays here on A Cup of Joe. Yes, we are back at the La Cantina restaurant in Uptown Port of Spain as we finish our Foodie Friday season right here at the La Cantina restaurant. My name is Joel Villafana. Alongside me across the table is the beautiful Abiyo Jackson.
Thanks.
How are you?
I'm well. It's the end of another week. That means Foodie Friday, and I'm ready to eat.
You're ready to eat?
Hello.
Had breakfast already?
No, why? When we could have breakfast right here on set.
Thanks to Kiss.
Sandwichology.
Thanks to Kiss Sandwichology.
There we go.
Before we have breakfast, can I give you a foodie fact?
Sure. Go for it.
My foodie fact this week. Dark chocolate. Are you a chocolate girl?
I know chocolate lovers are going to call this blasphemy, but I really only like white chocolate. I know. I'm sorry to chocolate lovers out there. I'm sorry, but it's true.
We apologize on behalf of all chocolate lovers. That's not real chocolate.
Sorry.
All right. But dark chocolate, however, has healthy antioxidants that can lower your blood pressure, making you calmer and more relaxed.
I've been told this.
And I think that you should make dark chocolate a regular part of your weekly diet, especially when Cup of Joe is
Cup of Joe is going on. Really?
So that you remain calm.
More relaxed.
And more relaxed.
Thanks.
Yeah?
I can't promise you, but I'll try. I can't promise you, but I'll try.
Dark chocolate?
I'm just not a dark chocolate fan.
You're not a dark chocolate girl?
Except if it comes in human form. Ha ha.
Okay. Time for breakfast. Time for breakfast.
So what are we dealing with? What's inside? Well, no, let's not get into the cup just yet.
Let's have breakfast first, huh?
Breakfast.
Yeah.
So we're doing Kiss wheat, avocado, and blue cheese crumble.
Are you a blue cheese girl?
Blue cheese is one of those things, like you said, it's either you love it or you don't quite love it.
Yeah.
I had a nibble of it a little while ago to remind myself of it. It's not bad.
I actually like it, but I don't like too much of it.
Too much of it.
But the avocado
makes it better.
I think I can take an avocado and bite into it.
And just eat it.
Yeah, and bite
with a sprinkle of salt.
And I bite it like an apple.
Sprinkle of salt.
I love avocado.
I have an avocado tree in my yard.
I must pay you a visit. Let's make a sandwich.
So let's make a sandwich.
Let's make a sandwich. This is Kiss wheat.
What are you doing first? Cheese or avocado?
I'm trying to think of what I'm doing first. I'm going to put the cheese first.
Okay, and I'll do avocado first,
So you're going to lay your avocado?
Yes.
I think I'm going to lay the cheese.
Lay my avocado down and, cut it into manageable bits.
No, man, you're spoiling it, man. You got to bite into the avocado.
Just like that?
Yeah.
No, man.
All right, so I think I should just taste the blue cheese to see how strong it is.
Strong it is. So there are different potencies of blue cheese.
I'm not totally certain, but I've had some blue cheese sometimes sprinkled on a salad, and I think, wow, that's a lot. That's a little too much in terms of the intensity of the blue cheese. Because is blue cheese rotting cheese or cheese going bad?
No, I think.
What is it?
Actually, I'm not sure. I'm not going to say anything. I'm not sure. Let's just
not
leave that alone.
But there is a off taste it if you don't like.
If it's not your fancy.
If it's not your fancy.
That's fair. And I'm making a mess. All right. So a sandwich must have 2 slices of bread.
When I told you last season that doubles was a sandwich, you were highly offended. You remember?
It's not a sandwich.
Doubles is a sandwich.
Doubles is not a sandwich.
What? Define a sandwich for me again.
But bara is not bread.
But let's bite into the sandwich.
Fair.
Let's not have the
Ready?
sandwich. Yes?
Go.
Cheers.
Go.
It's so simple.
I could get into this.
The avocado and the blue cheese bounces off perfectly. I can have more blue cheese.
Avocado makes everything better.
But I can have
Life is hard, avocado. You're having a hard week,
Avocado.
booking Cup of Joe, avocado.
With some dark chocolate and you're all right.
This is a really good sandwich.
This is healthy.
I can't speak.
No, the avocado and the blue cheese actually bounces off so perfectly. It's perfect. You can literally light toasted bread if you like it toasted.
Toasted.
Peel the avocado. Help me. My mouth
Peel your avocado and cut into slices lengthways, much as you saw on the plate. Place slices on bread and then crumble with blue cheese. And voila. There you have avocado and blue cheese crumble. Your shopping list, of course, 1 loaf of Kiss whole wheat bread, 1 ripe avocado, and 1 container of blue cheese. It doesn't get easier than that.
And if you can't remember that, you can go onto Kiss Facebook page. You can check out our website, trinitykooks.com. The website will have the recipe there. For those of you who can't remember, to put 1 slice of bread
on top of the
avocado, blue cheese, another slice of bread.
You can feel free to check it out.
Yeah.
There you go.
No, but I may not remember that sometimes. I may need a recipe to do this.
Morella?
I may just need a recipe to do this.
So now that we've had breakfast, well, the beginnings of breakfast, because we'll finish it in a little while, let's check out what's...
Yeah. You go ahead. Go ahead.
So let's check out what's inside of our cup today. So last Friday, we had an incredibly strong, beautiful young woman. She was into pageants. She walked for hours in heels. She's off to represent Trinidad and Tobago in the beauty industry. And this week, we have another strong woman, exceptionally strong. In fact, you can kind of see it on the outside. Are you listening to me or are you eating? We're chatting with Cleopatra Borel, and we know that she is a multiple medal winner.
You got that.
In very many spheres and competitions and all that great stuff. And sport is your forte.
It is.
So I expect this is going to be a very enjoyable and very easy interview for you to knock out at the ballpark.
Never had the opportunity of doing a one-on-one close-up with her.
Really?
I interviewed her in like bunch sessions when the entire media would have been there, and I got a chance to throw a question at her. And so never had the opportunity to sit down one-on-one with her. I've always wanted to do it because she's, I think it's at least 3 times, if I'm not miscounting, that she's been crowned the sports personality female of the year.
So yes,
she'll correct me if I miscount.
I'm sure she shall.
But she's done it quite a number of times, multiple times. So I'm looking forward to it.
So yes, and then of course we head on into the kitchen to check out our
Star Ingredients Challenge.
So I'm looking forward to the yummy stuff that's going to be coming out of the kitchen that I'm going to get to taste before you will. As well as we'll have our local artisan in the mix, and then, I get to meet you back here.
Yeah.
So that's what's inside of our cup today. Brought to you with the kind compliments of Kiss
Sandwichology.
There you go.
We're taking a short break. We're coming right back to share a cup next with Cleopatra Borel, shot put extraordinaire.
And make it to the Commonwealth Games and maybe make it to the finals and say goodbye to track and field. But this year has been one of my best years ever, so.
No. All right, do it again.
Could make some Trini favorites any day with Rani flatbread. You give some tomatoes a roast, cook in oil and seasoning, 5 minutes at most. Give Rani a light toast, fill with choker, and be an epic host.
Now that's a Rani good idea.
One morning, Peter walked out to find every flower that he never stopped to notice. Every sunrise that he never watched, every football match he forgot to play with his son, and arrived at a cafe to find every conversation he never had with his father. And it was only then that Peter finally decided to wake up. Wake up to life. Nescafe. Nestle. Good food, good life.
We're the one who's always there to help you all of the way.
Systems that work for you as you live life each day. We're the one who makes it easier to
We give personal attention, so make us your selection.
All right, Cup of Joe continues, and we're about to get this show started. We share a cup this morning with a lady that I've covered for the majority of my career as a sport journalist. Yes, Cleopatra Borel. She is a shot putter extraordinaire. I think she is the most successful field athlete that we have produced in Trinidad and Tobago. Am I correct?
Sure.
Yeah. you'll take that hands down.
Yeah, no problem.
But I think you are. I mean,
Thank you.
I think you are. I don't think that we have produced a field athlete that would have had the successes that you would have had. Multiple medal winner across Commonwealth Games, the CSC Games, Olympic Games. You've done quite a bit for yourself.
Thank you.
You are a pretty strong girl, aren't you?
I think so.
Yeah.
Yes.
Can I show you a picture?
Sure.
And this has been before. I've been wanting to ask you this for some time. I don't know if the guys can just pick this up. You remember this picture?
I do.
How many pounds were you back then? What year was that?
That was probably 2004. This is the Virginia Tech football stadium behind there.
Right.
So it was about 2004. I was getting ready for the Olympics. I was probably 225 pounds at the time. Yeah.
And you've scaled it down tremendously. I've just literally seen over the years, every time I see you at a meet or getting ready for a meet when you've been home, I've just witnessed Cleopatra getting smaller and more chiseled.
Right.
What happened over that period of time?
You have to play to your strengths. I will never be the biggest shot putter in the world. It's just not going to happen. But I can try to be the fastest. So in an attempt to move my shot quickly, I need to be leaner and faster. So that's the direction that my coach and I we've headed into.
Right.
Yeah.
So you worked that out after you got into the discipline, of course, because you were a big girl when you got in. I remember you were a big girl, and
Yeah, I'm still a big girl.
you're still a big
Yeah.
girl, but you're not as big as you were. And I have evidence.
Right.
I have evidence.
Right.
But how many pounds? How much weight you've lost?
Quite a bit. I'm like 96 kilos right now.
Right.
I don't know what that is in pounds.
pounds, yeah,
like I
yeah.
think about 190 pounds.
Right. So
Yeah.
you lost quite a
But
bit.
it's been like 10 years.
Yeah. So that's what I'm saying. So you recognize over the course of your career that you needed to not compete with the big shot putters.
Yeah, I went to an American university, and I thought I was huge back then, and coaches kind of encourage you that mass moves mass, and just be bigger and stronger, and that's going to get the job done. But not on the international scale. It's not that simple. Yeah.
So it was a conscious decision to trim down and chisel down. That was a conscious decision by you and your coach.
This year, over the past 2 years, I've worked with Mastrapa, the Cuban coach, and with him, it has been very conscious decision that I need to be fit.
And just not.
Fat. Yes.
Yeah, it was struggling to come out of my mouth.
No,
it's
okay.
Yeah, because that's the reality. I mean, looking at the competitors across the world in terms of the shot put event is big fat people.
Well, I love my competitors.
Yeah. But that's
some of the ladies are larger,
Yeah.
but a lot of us are trim and lean and strong and fast. So it kind of, you need to play to your strength. And for me, my strength can never be to be the biggest and move mass with just mass. I'm just not genetically able to be as large as some of the other girls are.
Right. And over time, in terms of course, when you're a younger woman, did it have anything to do with, as you got older in your career, it helped getting stronger instead of, as you said, mass? Did that make sense to you at all?
Yes, because if I could maintain the strength that I had as larger Cleo in a smaller frame, then I can generate more power.
Right. Okay. Yeah, that actually made sense to me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Cleopatra, I don't know if I ever asked you personally, but why did Cleopatra Borel pick up shot putting?
I saw it one day when I was really young. I was like 8 years old, and it just looked like the best thing ever to me.
You're serious?
Yes.
You didn't like dollies and doll houses and so on?
No, I decapitated lots of dolls as a child.
As literally
Yeah.
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 So those were not your
It
thing.
wasn't my thing. I remember one year for Christmas, I really wanted a bow and arrow, and my mom wouldn't get it for me.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
She
so
said no,
she was-
Cleopatra.
yeah. So I was always kind of like a tomboy
Right,
playing.
But this still is extreme though. Tomboy playing some. I mean, girls
Yeah.
they end up playing football.
Yeah.
I mean,
Is it?
I mean, shot putting
Yeah.
is a real tough girl sport.
It's just so much fun though.
It is.
Yeah.
Tell me about the fun.
I mean, when you throw and you throw really far, it's like the best feeling ever.
Exhilarating.
Yeah. It's just such an adrenaline rush, and it's great to do all the things that we have to do that goes along with it, like going to the gym, running, just pushing yourself. I like to push myself and see where my limits are, and then try to go beyond that. So
You did other field events as well.
I did the hammer just to score points for my team.
Right.
And while I was in college, and I also did it just to kind of relax, because sometimes when you're just focused on one event, it can get really stale and it can stop being fun. So I did the hammer briefly. I did the discus one time and I lost like 3 discuses in a row, and that was the end of my discus.
You mean you threw it out of the stadium?
No, I threw it into a lake that ran right behind where we practiced.
And where was it supposed to go?
Into the sector. It went like this way, and it was supposed to go like that way.
Right. So your direction wasn't the best way to discuss.
No.
So that was your last.
I wish
discuss.
I had given it another chance, but no.
But usually, do athletes focus on one of the field disciplines, or do you find there are athletes that do multiple disciplines now internationally?
There are a few athletes that can do both disciplines. Usually, you have a pet event.
Yeah.
But I'm really happy that I've been able to focus on one event, because I feel like I would not have been as successful if my attention was in 2 directions versus just one.
Right. Was I right at the top of the show when I mentioned that you triple female sport personality of the year? You won it 3 times.
I believe so. Yeah.
You lost count as well.
You know, I'm not focused on the ones in the past. I'm focused on the one for this year.
Yeah. And you're out front because you're just back from the Commonwealth Games and you got a silver medal. Congratulations.
Thank
I think.
you.
I think. I'm picking this up. Lovely. Yeah.
It's nice.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
I mean, going back, you've had achievements at the Olympic Games. But you've won some significant medals, I think, throughout your course of your career. Tell me which one stands out in your mind.
They're all really special, but this one is special because it was my plan to retire at these games.
Well, that was a question coming. So
Yes.
your plan was to retire at
Yes.
Commonwealth Games
Yes.
this year that just passed.
Yes, it was in 2012. I felt like I could maybe somehow, by the grace of God, put things together and make it to the Commonwealth Games and maybe make it to the finals and say goodbye to track and field. But this year has been one of my best years ever, so that's gone on the back burner for now. And that's why this one is special to me, because I did not believe I could get this medal 2 years ago. I did not believe that I would be in the state to medal at these games. And having overcome everything that my coach and I have gone through to get to this point is really special to us. So it's like hope for the future.
So retirement plans have been pushed to the back burner.
For now, yes.
For now.
Yes.
What contributed to the success you think leading up to this medal? I mean, having been in the gear, because I mean, an athlete, a lot is mental.
Yes.
And if you are at the stage where you think retirement is on the near horizon,
Right.
then all of a sudden you're in medal-winning form.
Yes.
What happened between that point and
Honestly, at the Olympics, I worked with my coach, Ismael Mastrapa Lopez.
Yes.
He was our team coach.
Yeah.
And I worked with him and I really liked it, and we had a great time in London. And I told him, I said, I'm going to retire. And he said, no, Cleo, come home and train and it will be okay. And I decided to come back to Trinidad and train, and it has been the best decision ever for my career at this time.
I want to push that a little bit when we come back, because we've seen our young crop of athletes training at home now
Yes.
and doing phenomenally well.
Yes.
That was not your experience when you started.
No.
It wasn't. So we come back and talk about that. And I don't want you to retire until you do one thing for me.
What's that?
I'll tell you when we come back.
Okay.
All right, I'll tell you when we come back. Cleopatra Borel sharing a cup with us this morning. Stay with us here on A Cup of Joe. It's Foodie Friday.
Maria's jeans, with her since college. Sarah's dress, always her best party mate. Laura and her blouse, friends through 2 kids. Want to keep fitting into your clothes? Try Fitness. Delicious crunchy flakes made with whole grain, which can help you maintain your figure. Fitness, keep on zipping.
All right, we're back and sharing a cup with a lady that I have admired from distance and meeting her up close and personal for the first time. I don't have to share with a bunch of reporters to speak with her. I have her up close and personal here on A Cup of Joe, Cleopatra Borel. Thanks so much for being with us. I really want you to dig deep in terms of telling me what has changed so drastically, Cleopatra, between, let's say, 10, 12 years ago since when you started to compete, when every athlete seemed to be wanting to head out on the U.S. circuit. And now there are a host of young guys performing well, doing well, training right here at home. What has happened drastically in that time between now and then?
The biggest change I would have to say is access and coaching. We have access to the National Stadium, to different facilities. We have facilities now. We have, the gym and different training venues. And our coaching, we have coaches that have studied, and we've brought in international coaches. So everything has changed really in that time.
So
but
in other
really
words,
access.
Access.
Yeah.
Yeah. So because I remember doing this story where I believe it was either yourself or Candace Scott. There was nowhere for you guys in terms of the field. The field events were actually being very new to Toronto at that point in time when you guys started to do it.
Yes.
And there was nowhere for you to actually practice when you got here.
That's still true for the hammer throw.
Right.
For my event, the shot put, I get access to the National Stadium now, outside and inside when necessary. But still for the hammer throw, we don't have access. There's no place in Trinidad and Tobago to practice that event. Right. And I believe that's an event, that's like medals we're just turning our backs on, because I think that we have a lot of potential in the throwing events. We need more facilities in areas outside of Port of Spain. But at least we have, one venue now, and also with Atto Bolden, you can throw the shot there.
Right.
But with the other field events and the other stadiums, the access is not that great. Yeah. But there is something now.
You would have inspired, I think, a lot of the young Annie Alexander, and I think a lot of the younger ones that would have come on in terms of the field events. Right. I'm sure you're aware that you would have inspired those girls.
I hope so.
Who inspired you?
My older sister and my dad. My older sister was one of the first people I saw practicing the disc, the shot, the javelin.
So it's in your family?
Yeah, my dad threw at QRC.
Right.
So
I didn't know that.
Yeah, it was like I had to wait my turn because my older sister, she was doing the events first.
Right.
And seeing her doing it and just hanging out with my dad and having so much fun, I couldn't wait for my turn. Right. And it's still my turn. Yeah.
Your turn lasted a little longer.
A little longer, slightly longer.
So before you retire, I need you to do me a little favor.
Sure.
Before soon, and how long do I have before you retire, you think? Give me, you have a year, 2 years?
Oh, I mean,
you don't want to put a date to it?
I don't want to put a date to it, but I definitely...
You're aiming at 2016?
Definitely.
You're aiming at 2016?
Definitely. Why else?
Right, fair enough. So I have 2 years.
Yes.
I have 2 years. You need to teach me how to throw the shot put. I want proper technique.
Yes.
How to throw the shot put.
Anytime you're ready.
Serious?
Yeah.
And then you can retire after the Olympics.
No problem.
Yeah,
no problem. We could have done that today.
So I want to plan it properly. Yeah, because I can't be in my bow tie and throw the shot put.
Why not?
I could be in my bow tie and throw the shot put.
Why not? We should do that. We should have a proper shot put session with bow ties. You and I.
Abiel Jackson, let's make that happen. Let's make that happen. Shot putting, bow ties.
Shot putting with style.
Done? Cleopatra, bro, I want to offer you a little surprise that we have on Foodie Fridays.
Okay.
I am going to introduce you to a gentleman by the name of Odin Nero.
Nice.
He's our in-house mixologist here at La Cantina.
Very good.
Mr. Nero,
Good morning once again. Welcome to La Cantina.
he usually makes all the ladies smile when he comes because normally he uses these.
Now you have me blushing. I don't understand this.
So I will put you over into his capable hands. You drink alcohol? Are you an alcohol drinker?
Off season, I do a little.
And you're
Off season.
You're now
Yeah,
in season.
I'm in season right
You're in
now.
season.
So you're going to take a little sip for us.
I will take a sip. Yes.
Because I plan to make something, a little fire, make it a little exciting. Seeing that we enjoy watching you on TV, that is the only place I could get to see at the moment to work. So here we go. I'm going to make something here for you. The name of it is the shot putter for obvious reasons.
Actually, just make ladies smile.
Right?
Yeah.
So you're going to start off a little bit of pineapple juice just to balance off all the alcohol that I plan on putting in it.
I love pineapple juice.
You love pineapple? See?
All things pineapple. Love it.
You're on the point. You're
On point all the time.
You're on point.
A little bit of Drambuie, Bridens, thank you. No, it's creative. A little bit of vodka. Don't worry, it only looking potent, but it'll taste, you'll enjoy it.
Ooh.
Right? Now we have a little blue curacao to give it a little color in the glass.
My favorite color is blue. Are you
Your
reading my mind?
Wow! Put a little bit of syrup, that's for it not to be done now. Right, this is the fiery part here now. It's gonna look like a little volcano, a little smoke, a little heat, a little fire. Alright, so how you start that? A little bit of Grand Marnier. This is going to infuse with the drink. After I shake it, a little bit of cold, a little bit of heat. So you see the color already done being to form. Drink isn't done there, by the way. Hold on.
Oh boy.
Yes. Don't worry, it's not going to burn your mouth or anything. It's just for flavor and for taste. I'm going to burn the Grand Marnier.
So what's the real purpose of burning the Grand Marnier?
That's to release the flavors in the Grand Marnier.
Whoa!
So you get that volcano smoky look.
Nice.
The aroma is really nice also.
Yeah.
And here you go. Shot butter.
I think that equals her best throw.
No, well, wait. You're getting one also.
I'm getting a drink.
You're getting one also. This one is
You have
called
time to
the,
make a drink for me?
this one is called the mid-morning magic.
All right. On top of things here, wait. On top of things, man.
But yours is gonna be a little more harsh than hers. Same fire, flame, everything. I don't need this. Here we go, right? A little bit of melon.
What's that?
A little bit of melon, Nikyo.
Yeah, man. Okay.
Here's some blue curacao also to give it that magical look.
Not too late. I do like sweet drinks, huh?
Sweet, no, my friend, after you see what I'm putting in this, you wouldn't worry about it being sweet. We have a little bit of Drambuie. And seeing that you don't like anything sweet, I'll stir it up a little bit. I'll put a little bit of Hennessy in yours. You see like how I put blue curacao in hers? A little bit of blue curacao.
Right, it's also 10 o'clock in the morning, right?
Well, that's why it's mid-morning magic.
Right,
It's to give you that waking up feeling, you
nice,
understand?
nice. I like that. Yeah.
Where's my Grand Marnier? Here we are. No, we call it magic, right? So I have to show you some form of magic, right? Ooh. All right.
No. No. All right, do it again. Mr. Nero, you've outdone yourself.
Of course, always. I hope I impressed.
You've outdone yourself. And again, a cherry too?
Of course.
What trouble is this?
There you go.
Thank you very much, sir.
Mid-morning magic.
Thank you very
Thank
much.
you.
Enjoy, guys.
Cheers to you, ma'am.
Cheers.
Wishing you all the success as
you.
2016 beckons. And I know that you're going to give it your last best shot.
I will.
And after 2016, that's it.
We'll see.
We'll see.
Yeah.
Making no plans.
No.
I like that. I like that.
Thank
All the
you.
best, my dear.
Thank you.
All right, Cleopatra Borel sharing a couple of lessons this morning on A Cup of Joe. We're coming back. A lot still to come. Totally enjoyed it. Thank you so much, my dear. Cleopatra Borel Brown.
Here's how you can use Rani flatbread to make a quick and delicious snack. You give salsa a cream cheese flip, make it into a dip, cut Rani into triangular strips and bake them into chips.
Now that's a Rani good idea.
Hello there. I'm sure you recognize him, but you may not know me. I'm Mr. Peanut's stunt double. I used to go by Mr. Peanut Butter, but somebody thought I was infringing on his trademark. So now I have to go by Doug. Peanut Butter Doug. Roll it!
Cut. Action. Cut.
Amazing stuff. You paying attention over there? That's called acting. That's what separates the real actors. I'm okay. Introducing Planters Peanut Butter. Naturally remarkable.
So we're back here at the kitchen at La Cantina as we continue with our star ingredient challenge series on A Cup of Joe. Last week we presented post honey bunches of oats. So this week a new ingredient to challenge Steph Karen Innes from AS Brighton. Let's see which ingredient is it. We're going this week with Planters Peanut Butter. Ta-da-da-dum. Planters peanut butter.
Creamy peanut butter. Right.
Creamy peanut butter. Chef Karen Innes. How does this one hit you?
Workable. Little
I'm seeing a little doubt in your eyes.
Don't worry, man. I always come true.
What are you thinking initially? Let's get your initial thoughts.
I'm thinking peanut sauce.
Peanut sauce.
Yeah.
Asian peanut sauce.
Thai.
Thai peanut sauce. All right, Thai peanut sauce. That sounds good. Thank you very much, Stephanie. It's Planters Peanut Butter to challenge Chef Karen Innes in our Star Ingredient Challenge today. What will he come up with? Let's head straight down to the cutting board and see Chef Karen Innes at work. It's all over to you, Chef.
Well, okay. Well, we won't need the cutting board for this one. So
No cutting board for this one.
I'll go straight across the stove.
You go right ahead, my brother.
All right. Now to get started, I'm going to roast some chili flakes.
Chili flakes?
Yeah, chili flakes. To
So
give
it's
the
going to be a
peanut
spicy
sauce
dish?
yes, it's going to be a little spicy. Not spicy to burn, but for taste. All right, we're going to add a little bit of olive oil. With about a tablespoon of chili flakes.
That brings out the flavor of the chili flakes a little more when you...
The heat brings out the flavor.
Yeah.
All right, we're going to let that roast for a while. Let me see what we have here. All right, got some milk. I have the peanut here. Okay.
What's that, Chef?
This, I have here some sweet Thai chili sauce.
That's ready-made chili sauce?
Yeah.
Ready-made.
Let's give this a little stir so it doesn't burn. But you have to be very careful with the chili flakes.
Why is that?
Because it burns easily.
Right.
And you don't want to get that burn flavor.
Right.
All right, right, you add your sweet Thai chili sauce. Add about a half cup of milk.
Would not have been wise to use the crunchy peanut butter on this occasion. You want this one to be smooth.
Yeah.
So you use the creamy.
'Cause
You use the Planters creamy.
With the salmon, you don't want to, when you buy it, you just want to get the texture of the salmon and the smoothness of the peanut butter.
Right, so you're going salmon.
Yeah.
You're going salmon.
Going salmon.
All right, okay.
Spoon, I have one here. Now with the peanut butter, it's according to how you like your sauce. If you want it thick, if you don't want it thick, that's the amount you'll use. If you want it thick, you use more peanut butter.
Oh.
If you don't want it thick, you use less, more liquid, less peanut butter.
Right. Thicker you want it, the more peanut butter.
The more peanut butter. So for this one, I'll use about half a bottle. I'll give that a quick stir. Now you can keep your fire on a low or medium heat. And we let that just cook for a while. This should take approximately 10, 12 minutes to cook.
What's the secret behind a good peanut sauce?
The spice.
Yeah.
Because people tend to expect when they hear peanut sauce is something sweet. Yes, you'll get that sweetness, but it's a spicy sauce.
Right.
So, because when I first tasted it, I thought it was a sweet sauce, but then pepper, it's heat. So to me, it's a sweet, but yet you get that heat, that spice in it.
All right, so what are you going to do with the salmon? How are you going to infuse that salmon now?
With the salmon, all right, I have one here. With the salmon, what I'm going to do, I'm just going to put a slight salt, some black pepper.
Basic seasoning?
Yeah, basic seasoning.
Because that peanut sauce is going to have its own flavor.
Own flavor, exactly. Squeeze a little lime on it just to cut the freshness a little.
Right.
But it's all up to the individual who cooks it, because some people like it fresh, some people
Right.
don't like it fresh.
Okay.
All right, put that there. Let me just bother you for a minute here.
Yeah. Don't want to get in your way.
I'm going to oil a sheet pan.
So we're roasting the salmon?
We are going to bake it for approximately 5 minutes, and then we are going to pan sear it.
Okay. The salmon doesn't take long to cook at all?
At all. Can't overcook it.
Right. So it's a quick bake, and then...
A quick bake and then pan
And then
sear.
pan sear.
Yeah.
All right, so
So we're going to put it in the oven here for about...
salmon goes into the oven.
350 degrees.
Yeah.
And we're going to let that cook for a while.
Anything else with this dish?
Jasmine rice.
Jasmine rice?
Jasmine rice.
So it's going to be rice?
Rice, peanut sauce, salmon. And I'm going to saute a few tomatoes and onions.
And plate up
as well,
nicely.
and plate up nicely.
You get at it, and we can't wait to see that on the tasting table in just a bit. We are taking a short break. When we come back, Chef Karen Ennis will plate up his dish and present it to the tasting table after this. This is the Star Ingredient Challenge right here in the La Cantina kitchen on A Cup of Joe.
Why settle for a one-note cereal? Get more with Honey Bunches of Oats. 4 nutritious grains come together for more taste, more texture, more healthy satisfaction. Have a bowl of happy.
Hello there. I'm sure you recognize him, but you may not know me. I'm Mr. Peanut's stunt double. I used to go by Mr. Peanut Butter, but somebody thought I was infringing on his trademark. So now I have to go by Doug. Peanut Butter Doug. Roll it.
Cut. Action! Cat!
Amazing stuff. You paying attention over there? That's called acting. That's what separates the real actors. I'm okay. Introducing Planters Peanut Butter. Naturally remarkable.
All right, welcome back. We are at the tasting table. This is where the action happens, where the Star Ingredient Challenge goes down. We are into our second week. The Star Ingredient, courtesy AS Bryden, is Planters Peanut Butter. We have a crunchy and we have a creamy. Not sure what the chef used, but we'll find out in a while and what he plated for us here. Let me introduce the tasting table this morning. We have with us to my extreme right, Sophia Doldren. She is the brand manager at AS Bryden and one of the brand managers of one of these lovely products. In the middle, our celebrity judge this morning is Cleopatra Borel. She stayed with us for the entire morning here. Cleopatra Borel will get some tasting. I think you're hungry, are you?
I am.
You are hungry. So let's introduce our chef. It's Chef Karen Innes here at La Cantina. One of the great things about La Cantina is that they were not only famous for one of the best pizzas in the country, but they also can do fantastic, ready-to-eat gourmet dishes. And this Chef Karen Innes is one of those chefs that can put that together. Chef, welcome to the tasting table.
Good morning.
Can you tell us what you prepared for us?
I prepared oven-baked and pan-seared salmon with a peanut sauce, with sorties veg and jasmine rice.
All right, so tell me, did you use the crunchy peanut butter or the creamy?
The creamy peanut butter.
It was better for the sauce?
Yes, it was.
How challenging was this one, Chef?
Not too much of a challenge, but I make out fine.
Where did your head go when you saw peanut butter? Tell me about the process.
Well, peanut butter, first thing come to my mind was a sauce to make with it. I said stuffing or any other thing would have been right, but a sauce, a spicy peanut sauce.
And the pairing with salmon. Tell me about that marriage in terms of the salmon. Why the use of salmon?
Well, salmon is a fresh, kind of fresh fish.
Right.
So I said the peanut butter with a little spice will blend perfectly with it.
All right. Let me once again just let you know that the Star Ingredient Challenge is all about making the brand Planters Peanut Butter the star on the plate, and that's the challenge that the chef must accomplish from week to week. Every week he will be challenged with a new ingredient. This week we're starting off with Planters Peanut Butter. Let's see how he did, and let's see if the judges at the tasting table will agree with his dish. Ladies?
Smells good.
Always lovely to hear the silence on the table when you're about to eat.
Smells really good.
Chef, it's certainly smelling of
Lovely.
peanut flavor. Yeah. I'm hearing mooning songs. I think that's good, Chef.
That's really good.
Very nice.
It's a really nice combination. I never would have expected it.
It's jasmine rice, Chef?
Jasmine rice, yes.
Cleopatra.
I like this sort of sweetness you get from the peanut butter and the spiciness of the other flavors that are in there. Very nice, chef. Good job.
Thank you.
Ms. Doja?
One, I never expected peanut butter to be this tasty in this type of dish. You can definitely taste the peanut butter. I really, really like it, and it complements your fish well. Again, good job.
Thank you.
I'm tasting a sort of spice, a kick.
Yeah.
That's chili flakes.
It's chili flakes that was literally combined in the sauce.
Creamy peanut butter.
Yeah, fantastic. Yeah? Approve?
Yes.
Stamp
Very
of approval?
nice.
Yes.
Stamp of approval by the tasting table. You can, of course, get this recipe by Chef Karen Innes right on our website, trinitykooks.com. You can try this at home using your very own Planters peanut butter. All right, that's the tasting table for today. We want to thank our judges for participating. They will finish these dishes off camera. We take a short break and we come right back here on A Cup of Joe.
One morning, Peter walked out to find every flower that he never stopped to notice, every sunrise that he never watched, every football match he forgot to play with his son. and arrived at the cafe to find every conversation he never had with his father. And it was only then that Peter finally decided to wake up. Wake up to life. Nescafe. Nestle. Good food, good life.
All right, yeah, so we're back, and it's time for Buy Local, Cook Local. It's brought to you courtesy TriniCooks.com, where we feature one of our local artisans right here in Sweet Tea and Tea. And today, this gentleman has been on our show in the very first season. He's making a return because we love meat. Simple as that. Stefan is back with us, and Stefan is the man responsible for all the Del Mano range of products. He does fantastic pestos, those little bottles. But Stefan, you're now moving into sausages. We got a little sample of your sausages last season, but I'm seeing a whole range of sausages here now.
Yeah, I had to up the game.
You upped the game.
Had to up the
You
game.
had to up the game. So tell me, what is, I'm seeing big sausages, small sausages, linkage sausages.
Well, that's what's incredible with sausages. Everybody has their own particular taste and what they like. That really,
And size.
And size. Right. So really what I started to do was prepare different sausages from different regions, right? We have Trinidad is a melting pot culture, right? So many expats here, and Trinidadians really love to try different things.
Right.
So that's what I started to do. I just was doing lots of research, lots of experimenting, and this is just a small selection.
It's just a small. You do
this
much.
Is a small selection of what it is that I've been doing. Yeah.
Wow. All right. So what do we have here?
We have lots of stuff. So this is my staple sausage. This is what I started with. This is the chorizo. This is what we showed on the first season. On the first season,
Right.
exactly.
This is what in some of the restaurants that drink and some of the restaurants that
Absolutely, are using regularly on their menu. So chorizo is a Latin sausage. It's a very spicy sausage.
Yes.
The other one is the garlic, right? Just a really basic, everyday Italian-inspired sausage.
Right, garlic.
So that's something that's going to really dictate the differences in the sausages. That all the different cultures that make them have different styles in making them.
Right.
So the Italians are real rustic, coarse ground meat, simple spices. So it's just salt, black pepper, garlic inside of it. Actually, my one has a little mustard as well because Trini's like a little something extra.
A little zing.
Exactly.
A little zing. Right.
There's a variation on the garlic here with basil and fennel.
Which one was the
lemon
garlic?
zest. This one is the garlic.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, so there. Oh, I'm now seeing yes.
And then here's just a variation with fresh basil. There's roasted garlic in there as well, some lemon zest.
So this is even kicked up garlic in terms of some extra seasonings in there. Right. Okay. Lovely.
So maybe we should go in terms of spice level. So starting in the very basic.
I'm following you.
Is I would say the Germans. So the Germans like a really fine textured sausage. This one is seasoned with nutmeg, marjoram. So it's a really
it's a big
light
boy.
Sauce. It's a big boy. And yeah, it's a bratwurst. Bratwurst is just a generic name for sausage in Germany.
Right.
Wurst means sausage.
Right.
And
so how is this flavored? How is the German one flavored?
This one in particular is marjoram and nutmeg.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's just a really light flavor.
Light flavor sausage.
Yeah. And then coming after that, I would say is the English banger. So the style of an English sausage now is a fine grind like the German one.
Okay.
But he now has breadcrumbs in him.
Breadcrumbs.
Rusk, really, as the English call it. In fact, the original name banger came from during the wartime when everyone was on rations, and so now they were just pumping sausages just with anything except meat, and it was a lot of breadcrumb, a lot of fat, and a lot of water.
You did a lot of research on your sausages.
I know my sausage.
You know your sausages.
So when you were cooking them up, they would actually explode in the pan. So bangers, like that's where the name originates.
Right. Okay.
Moving on from there,
what's this one?
This is a lamb merguez. So
this is lamb.
This is lamb.
Wow.
So this is a different thing as well. You could see that they're different diameters. So these are all the larger ones are all pork casings.
Right.
The smaller ones are from a sheep, from a lamb. And then, well, it's lamb meat. This particular flavor is a merguez, which is a North African kind of a spicy blend of spices. And it's also kicked up with some harissa paste as well, which is their style of pepper sauce, basically.
Pepper sauce.
Yeah.
Right.
This one is a smoked Brazilian linguista. So he's a pork and beef mix.
Pork and beef mix.
Pork and beef mix. He's got coriander as one of the predominant spices in it. It's also got some paprika. And then I just do a very light cold smoke on it. So you just get a nice aroma when it's cooking.
I think this is the last one.
This one is just a turkey breakfast sausage, basically.
Turkey.
This is a turkey.
Pure
yeah.
turkey. Pure turkey. Yeah,
Pure turkey.
Yeah, pure turkey.
Yeah, no pork in it at
No
all.
pork, yeah.
And then this last guy here is one of my recent additions. It's a boerewors. So boerewors means sausage, I think in Dutch or Afrikaans or something.
Right.
And boere is farmer. So it's a farmer sausage. It's the typical style of sausages, which is just rustic, whatever is at hand. So this one happens to be pork and beef and coriander and clove.
You were inspired basically to do each one with a representation from each different district around
From
the
different
world.
regions, absolutely, yeah. I mean, it gets kind of boring
doing one type.
type.
And the chorizo is a popular type.
It's a popular type,
yeah.
so is the garlic. But then recently we started retailing in Arties in Maraval, and just like the customer response is incredible.
Right.
You know, we're doing that the last 3 or 4 months,
Right.
and every week. Trinidadians love something new,
Yeah,
right? We
yeah,
like the
yeah,
most
yeah.
fashionable thing,
Yeah, yeah.
and so every week we're doing different flavors. So like,
So you literally come up with flavors every week?
every week. Last week we did a Jira sausage. I don't know why it took 3 months to make this thing, because this was like
Fantastic. It sounds good.
incredible.
Yeah.
This week on the menu we have a honey mustard.
So there's no stopping you where sausages are concerned,
No,
because
absolutely not. Absolutely
you literally can come up with different flavors each week.
That's what's incredible with the sausage, that it's a mix of meat and seasoning and a casing, and it's something that can be eaten for any meal, like
Right.
any time, however you like to cook it can be done as well.
I want to just get from you, because this is fresh meat.
Yeah.
This is not processed meat as
Not
what
at all.
you get in the...
I'm buying whole cuts of meat.
Right.
I'm doing all my own butchering,
Right. Grinding.
all my own grinding. So
Right.
it's not a mystery box that I'm just
Right,
buying
right.
ground up meat and there's anything in it. I know what's there. Then like there's the fat content as well.
Right.
You know, I pay very close attention to it. You need fat in it to add flavor, to add juiciness. That's what gives the juiciness factor in it. That's like it needs it. But I also don't overdo it, because you know we prefer leaner meats locally.
Right.
And then so it's now whatever flavor you want to build on top of that. So as I say, this week now is honey mustard, and we're doing a Thai sweet chili inspired sausage. Wow. You know, and then you have different local flavors. So Jira is like a quintessential Trini flavor.
Yeah.
There's that. Last week we also did a lemongrass and coconut milk, shadabeni, hot pepper. It just, the melding of these flavors is just like, it's mouth-watering, like I'm getting.
I mean, the amount of different flavors that you combine there,
Yeah,
it's fantastic.
It never
I'm in a
ends.
lamb phase, so I'm really hoping that I'll try these soon. It's literally, when you buy them, because it's in a casing, for those who are not familiar with the casing type sausage, any advice?
In terms, like, how you mean?
In terms of how you prepare it.
How you prepare
it? Because not all will be familiar with the casing.
Good question. When people who haven't experienced this style of sausage, they always just think to boil the sausage, like if it was a hot dog. No, when you boil them, because it's a natural casing, it makes it really chewy, and it's not palatable at all. It's better to cook it to shallow fry. I guess you could deep fry as well. I've never done it. But I think on the grill, shallow fry or like in the grill is the absolute best way of doing it.
Keeps it juicy.
Keeps it juicy, and it just adds an extra layer of flavor as well onto it.
Right.
So like the boerewors, that's the only way they ever cook it, on the braai, as they say, in the grill.
On the grill?
On the braai.
On the braai?
On the braai, yeah. I'm not sure about your accent. The chorizo is always good on the grill. The bratwurst is always good on the grill. The merguez is as well. So, yeah.
What do you call the lamb? The merguez?
Merguez.
The merguez?
Yeah.
You got to give me a little course. You got to come back and give me a little course.
Well, then we have a barbecue, and then you'll get the full lesson.
I'll get the full lesson. This is fantastic. So a whole range of sausages. When you came to us last season, I think you were only experimenting.
I was just playing around with one or two.
Yeah. Now you have quite a few sausages.
Absolutely.
Stefan, thank you so much. Stefan joining us here on Buy Local, Cook Local, and he's presented an entire range of sausages that are available locally, and you have them every week at
Every week at Artie's in Maraval.
At Artie's in Maraval, you can check them out. And are there anywhere else that's
Right now for the fresh sausages, no, but it's a changing food scene all the time.
Yeah.
Hilo has recently added a...
Where's Hilo?
Oh God, sorry.
Yeah, be careful. Massy stores. That's right. Yeah,
recently added a chilled display, so I'm hoping to get my way in.
Right.
So, you know, slowly we're just building up because I want to make it easy for customers to get the stuff.
Stefan, thanks for dropping by once
Anytime.
again. Thanks for dropping by.
Thank you, guys.
Buy Local Cook Local, brought to you by TriniCooks.com. An array of sausages that you can get every week, a different flavor at Artie's in Maraval. Check them out. We're taking a short break. We're coming back to wrap this up. Stay with us.
Maria's jeans, with her since college. Sarah's dress, always her best party mate. Laura and her blouse, friends through 2 kids. Want to keep fitting into your clothes? Try Fitness. Delicious crunchy flakes made with whole grain, which can help you maintain your figure. Fitness, keep on zipping.
You always get that satisfied feeling at the end of the week here on A Cup of Joe after Foodie Fridays.
It's true.
It's true.
Who would have thought peanut butter and fish would have gone so well together?
Peanut butter and salmon. Yeah, I didn't know what the chef would have come up with. A peanut butter sauce seemed to be on point.
Right.
But in terms of how
Paired with fish, very interesting.
very
But
interesting.
he's been doing some very, very innovative stuff between last week and this week. I'm pleasantly surprised. I mean, I never necessarily questioned his capabilities because, I mean, if you're going to be a chef worth your salt, then you're supposed to be able to do these types of things. But he's really, he's pleasantly surprised me in quite a few ways.
It's always when the star ingredient challenge was born, it really was to push the chef beyond his limits, so to
Right,
speak.
his comfort zone.
Because when we started it, if I remember, I told you last week that we literally he had to prepare 7 courses with 1 star ingredient.
Right.
So each course had to have that ingredient as its star.
Right.
So it really is a huge challenge when you have to prepare an entree, a dessert.
So he's had some
appetizer.
practice.
Well, I suppose, but each ingredient will put its own challenge forward,
Yes.
you know. And the peanut butter, I think he used it with that sauce and that fish. Yeah,
And it seemed as though Cleopatra really liked it. P.S. That interview, quite lovely.
Yeah. It was
Quite
good.
lovely.
It was
Yes,
good.
I said P.S. on camera. Yes, I did.
Yes.
P.S. Postscript. Quite lovely. It's always wonderful to see our national stars because she's a star. She really is.
She is.
In that light, you know, relaxed and out of what we would necessarily think them of being, as in their element.
Yeah.
So.
As I said, I really am enjoying the opportunity to interview some of the athletes that I would have covered from a different perspective.
Right.
Because the interviews I would have had with them would have been, as I said, hardcore sporting interviews,
Right.
a hardcore question, so to speak. But really, as I said, you said, in this relaxed environment, getting just to know them beyond their sporting discipline
Yes.
and beyond what they do on the pitch or on the field. It's really, really, really lovely.
pleasure.
I'm embracing it greatly.
Well, I'm glad you are. And it's very difficult for me to convince Joel to have sporting personalities inside of A Cup of Joe because, you know, he too wants to test himself and be outside of his element and his comfort zone, which is sport. But I think Cleopatra was a lovely addition.
It was.
She was a lovely addition.
Loved catching up with her.
Yeah.
All right.
So,
what do you have for me?
I do have one for you. This is where we put Joel on the spot a little bit. We get to know him just a wee bit better inside of My Cup of Tea, not My Cup of Tea, even though this is Cup of Joe. So it was inspired by some of the conversation you had with Cleopatra and, you know, you asking her to teach you the correct technique for shot put and all that good stuff. And I wondered, if Joel Villafana wasn't a sportscaster and was actually a sportsman, which sport do you think, as she said, would be your pet? What would be your pet event?
That's easy.
Which one?
I would have played cricket.
Really?
Yeah. I would have played cricket.
The most boring sport on the planet. I'm sorry, I said it. I'm putting it out there. But people who really know me well know. Really? What is the intrigue with cricket?
I don't know. I love football, but I think I would have been better at cricket.
Why?
Because I think I was a reasonably good batsman.
reasonably good batsman.
If I was good enough, then I wouldn't be a sportscaster. I would go and make some big T20 money.
That's what we saying. That is what we're saying.
I wasn't good enough, so
and that's
I talk
fine.
about it.
That's fine. That's fine. But in terms of the skill sets required for cricket versus football, is one more physically taxing than the other? Or are you not allowed to say that?
No.
Are you going to make some enemies if you say that?
No. It's different level of taxing, to try to put it into your framework of understanding. Football is a much more intense
contact
sport, in terms of its 90 minutes of high energy most
Whereas
times.
cricket is a whole day.
But it could be a little grueling as well. And even the shorter forms of cricket now, it could get grueling because the T20 games take place over 3 hours and it's slam bam thank you man. It happens very quickly. It's not as contact as football, but it happens quickly. And because of that, are you understanding what I'm saying?
I have to admit, I'm not seeing it. I'm not seeing it, but I'm going to take your word for it. And I'm not
it's different levels.
Efforts.
It's different levels of intensity, and football has its own intensity, and cricket has its own intensity.
So you would have been a cricketer.
Yeah. I think I would have favored being a cricketer if I was a sportscaster.
Right. See, that wasn't so bad.
No, that was an easy one.
It wasn't so
bad.
That
was an easy one.
So there you have it.
Yeah.
Inside of a Cup of Joe today, we had great food, we had great conversation, we put Joel on the spot. I think we're through. Pretty much. Before we go, however, we have to say thank you so much to the folks at La Cantina for being very sweet and very hospitable, and getting to know our new home on a Friday.
On a Friday.
Yeah,
for the rest of the season.
Thank you guys so much. And of course, Amanda, who has moved with us because we can't go anywhere without her. Amanda, Faces of Belarus, thanks, uncle. Thanks. And of course, if you want to get in contact with us, feel free to check us out on Facebook at Cup of Joe TT. And if you want to drop us a line via email, check us out at acupofjoett.com.
Yep. All right, that's going to do it for another week here on A Cup of Joe. We check you next week with another full week of episodes. Looking forward to another full week with you. Whatever you're doing this weekend, whatever is inside your cup, in moderation, but enjoy. We'll see you next week.